Well, everybody, pretty much everybody, I think, remembers Toonami, and everyone's talking about it. So I figure, hey, I'll share some thoughts about it, huh? It's dead. I'm glad it's dead, and I spit on its grave. No, seriously though, I this is getting out of hand. There are all these people out there now. There are even, I guess, groups somehow dedicated to recreating it. Two of them that I know of at least are calling themselves Toonami Aftermath and Neo-Toonami. It's ridiculous. It honestly is because, well, I want to start going back to my memories of it. Okay, when I was young, like 12, 13 years old, Cartoon Network it was a relatively new thing for me, and when I found it, I found out about this block called Toonami, and I started watching the shows, and a lot of them were Japanese animation and different anime series, and that was a new thing back then. We had, mainstream America didn't have too much access to that back then. So for us, this was very exciting. This was very new. This was very interesting. It was a major attention grabber, you know? And, I admit, I was one of them. I really liked it. It was interesting to me. It was a new way of storytelling. It was a type of animation I was not used to seeing. And that does tend to grab one's attention. But and the promotional stuff they did, it was awesome. They did some awesome commercials. It kind of declined in quality as time went by. Toward the later years in Toonami, it wasn't that great. But it did introduce me to a lot of shows, a lot of anime. It introduced me to anime in general, and I do have you know a lot of great memories about that. I do. Don't get me wrong. It's somehow this belief though that gets me. This belief that we have to have it. That without it, life isn't complete. That without it, we don't have anything worth watching. Have you looked on TV? There are other things worth watching. Have you checked the internet? There are other things you can watch. You can legally stream and download stuff, anime related stuff. There are companies, anime companies, that actually post full episodes of shows on YouTube. So I mean, they can't honestly argue that we don't have access to these shows via this means anymore. There are places that have episodes uploaded online, or places you can watch them, like Netflix and whatnot, legally, of course. You know, even of some of the old Cartoon Network shows. You got Boomerang, which plays some of the old CN shows. Johnny Bravo's on there. Dexter's Laboratory's on there. Um, you know, and as for all the old anime shows that were on Toonami, those are all out on DVD now. You can go buy them. Or again, a lot of places have them where you can watch them free online. Or, you can pay per episode, or, download, Amazon Instant Video, iTunes, stuff like that. So there's really no excuse to really need it except for the fact that it's Toonami. Now, this is what I really wish people would understand. Toonami did not make these shows. Okay? And no, I'm not going to think you're stupid enough to think, oh, they didn't come from Japan. No, what I'm saying is, Toonami isn't what made this stuff great. It's what introduced it to us, yes, and it did it in a very fun and creative way. But, these shows existed before Toonami. They exist after Toonami. They were great shows. Whether Toonami had introduced them to us or not, they would still be great shows. Um, and honestly, I mean, I've actually seen people say that it needs to come back for no other reason than the promos. It's like, really? Really? I mean, all the shows they showed on there, Gundam Wing, G Gundam, let's see here, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Yu Yu Hakusho, friggin' Rurouni Kenshin, for crying out loud. Kenshin, Samurai X. you're gonna watch this on TV. You're gonna see Goku whooping Frieza's butt. You're gonna see giant robots smashing the crap out of each other. You're gonna see Kenshin slicing people apart. Well, in as much as you can see Kenshin slicing people apart on an edited TV broadcast. You're gonna see Yusuke blow out the back of some demon's head or something, and you're gonna sit there thinking, "Wow, this would look great in the promos." No, you're watching the show and you're into the show because it was a good show. And so when Toonami goes bye-bye, why are people acting like it's the end of the world? Why are people acting like all their memories had to die? Why are people acting like all those shows had to die? Pretty much every single goddamn Toonami promo ever used is up on YouTube by now. The music that was used is up on YouTube by, and other places. There's really no need to bring it back, and yet people are constantly chanting for it and calling for it, and somehow thinking that if this block is somehow restored to the Cartoon Network, it's going to restore the network's greatness, and it's going to... No! No, no, no. Cartoon Network has a whole mess of problems. Just bringing back Toonami isn't going to be one of them. Even after Toonami went bye-bye, they had some strong shows. They don't even have that anymore. The only shows that they have, they have so few shows on there that are good anymore that it's sad. Most of the new crap that they have is just horrible to mediocre. Okay, now there's some stuff that I'm warming up to. I do admit that The Amazing World of Gumball is kind of funny. Adventure Time's great. Regular show's pretty darn good. Although a lot of my peers disagree, I actually do like the Looney Tunes show. I appreciate what they're trying to do there. And I find it entertaining and funny to see the Looney Tunes in a new medium. I know some people disagree with me, but, that's their opinion. Whatever. But, there's so much stupidity that's on there. This whole, almost naked animals. What the hole in the wall? Are you kidding me? That they're billing that as a game show. You literally contort your body, fit yourself through a hole in a sliding wall. That's it. No challenge other than that. Nothing. Nada. It's the most brainless form of entertainment I have ever seen. And yet this is billed as one of their big draws. Ben 10, way downhill. The Cartoon Network's got a whole mess of problems, and I'm sorry, but just bringing back Toonami is not going to fix that. It's going to take a lot more than that to make it like the Cartoon Network that we remember growing up. Or that some of us who, may not have grown up with remember or know through the internet, through uploads, through, various... I honestly do not understand why you want Toonami back so bad. It was great. Yes, it was amazing. There were some awesome memories associated with it. But just leave it to rest. Let it go. It's over. It's done. Just leave it there. Stop thinking that you have to have it back. Stop thinking that somehow you cannot enjoy television or enjoy these shows unless they're splashed with the Toonami logo. Things change. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. And honestly, with the way Cartoon Network is running itself right now, do you really want Toonami back that badly? Given what their current track record. What do you think they would do with that? It's just something to think about, guys. Anyways, that's all I had to say for tonight. So, see ya.